Okay, we're going to look at basic matrix operations. A matrix is just an array of numbers, essentially with brackets around it. We'll look at what a matrix is, how we describe the dimensions of it, and the plural of matrix is matrices. So we're going to learn the more fundamental operations of adding and subtracting matrices and something called scalar multiplication of a matrix. So these, again, this will be pretty straightforward. As we've noted, a matrix is a rectangular arrangement. It has a number of rows and columns. So when we give dimensions of a matrix, it's given in terms of rows by columns. So we'll just go ahead and make up a matrix here. Okay, there's a matrix, and we said, okay, what's the dimensions of that matrix? It's the number of rows by the number of columns. So we have 2 rows and 3 columns. So in this case, we would say it is, the dimensions are 2 by 3. Now, to add or subtract matrices, they must have the same dimensions. And as noted here, both of these are 3 by 2 matrices, 3 rows by 2 columns. And all you have to do is add the corresponding elements, the elements that are in the same position, like the 2 and the 0 are in the same position. So we would go 2 plus 0, 2, negative 6 plus negative 11, negative 17, 0 plus negative 9, negative 9, negative 4 plus 12, 8, 5 plus 8, 13, and finally 1/2 plus 4, 4.5. So that would be your resulting matrix from adding. It works much the same way with subtraction. You just have to be a little bit careful with your minuses and negatives. Again, we look at these two matrices and they're both 2 by 2s. So yes, we're able to add or subtract them because they have the same dimensions. And as I note here, be careful of your minuses and negatives when you do a subtraction. 4 minus 2. Negative 2 minus negative 9 would be the same as negative 2 plus 9. So we have 7. Negative 12 minus 18 is negative 30. 4 minus 15 is negative 11. And that's it. You've subtracted the two matrices. Now, scalar multiplication is a simple form of multiplication. A little more complicated is when we multiply a matrix by a matrix. However, here we're just taking a number and multiplying it times each element in the matrix. To do this, negative 2 times negative 3 is 6. Negative 2 times 12, negative 24. Negative 2 times 4, negative 8. Negative 2 times negative 5, 10. Negative 2 times 0 is 0. And Negative 2 times 1/2 is negative 1. So that's all scalar multiplication is, simply taking the number outside here and multiplying it times each of the terms.